Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. I don't know about epic. It might be memorable, but it won't be epic. It's, yeah. It's one of these shows where I had a great idea. Actually, it was George's great idea. And I didn't take enough time to put it all together. So you're going to have to help me with it today. That's it. And I probably need to do a screen share so you can see what you're helping me with. Let's do that. Add input, desktop capture, local desktop capture, display one. I think that's the right display. Is that it? Yeah, that's the right display. Okay. So let's see. Let's put this up here where you can see it. And let's see, we're going to go vonets.cfg. Can we get into it like that? No, we can't. Ooh. This is what we're working with today, this little guy. And I got one of these, only 25 bucks. It was George's idea, George Bean, as a way of connecting a PTZ camera, connecting anything to your local area network. And as you can see, it's got an RJ45 and a USB. The USB is for power, and the RJ45, of course, is connect. So what I have done is I think I have lost it somewhere on my network. And let's see. All right, it's plugged in, it's flashing, it's configured. Let's try searching for it by the last known IP address. 192.168.1.105 was the last known IP address. I don't know that that's going to do it. While that buzzes and whirs, let's go here and we'll go to our router, 192.168.1.254. And, oh, nope, there it is. Took too long to reach. So we'll go back here. 254 will be my router and will tell me all the devices that have ever been plugged into it. And one of them is the Vonets right there. AB1C. I think, well, it says it's inactive. Oh, there's an active one right there. And it's connected by Wi-Fi. That's interesting, because it shouldn't be connected by Wi-Fi. And its address is 106, and its address is private. That's not what I intended. Hang on a second. Let me fix this. Fix this screenshot that you're seeing right here. There we go. Well, that's not really fair, though, is it? Well, let's just do that. Can we crop it? A little quick crop? No, that doesn't work. Let's go to another one. Thanks. You know, you would think of all the people in the world, I would know how to do this. You know, let's do it this way. And then we're going to crop it. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oh, come on, grab that. We'll just put me right there in the corner where at least I can feel like I'm a part of the show. You know what I mean? Let's don't take my shoulder off. There we go. All right, now I feel better. And you can see there's a little shadow right over here. So we've got 192.168.1.106. So let's go back up here and amend that to 106. Let's see if we can get into it. Oh, excuse me. Goodness gracious. Hello, Rich. You didn't miss anything. Gunner, welcome. Glad to have you. We're waiting for 106 to come up here, because 106 is the little guy. The little guy. The little guy looks like this. That's what he looks like. And this is a device that will allow me, the USB is just for power. This device will allow me to plug something into my local area network wirelessly. But I have, I don't know that I've bricked it, but I've lunched it. We've kind of found it. We've found it right here. It's active. It's actually, it appears that it's connecting to itself over Wi-Fi. Well, that probably won't work. Status. Oh, access code. Well, we don't want to do that. I forgot the access code. Actually, I think the access, no, we still don't want to connect to it. Let's go back. Confirm form submission. Yes. Go back in time. And this guy just did not connect. That is the correct address per, no, did we go? Well, we better open another one. 192.168.1.254 is my router. So let's get into the router and see what's connected to the router. Oh, there it is right there. And this is what we want right here, this Vonnett's. We managed to highlight everything else in the world. And it's connected to the Wi-Fi. So it's connecting to itself. That's interesting. That's the printer, HP printer. That's my cell phone. That's my Ring camera. So this guy has connected to itself. We'll get details. It has an IP address of 106, and it's private. Let's see. We have screw the pooch on this one, I believe. We'll see. Oh, this is the list of everything that's ever connected. Oh, no, there it is. Connected DHCP 106. Private from pool. Router way. Let's go back here. Well, that didn't help, did it? That didn't help. If you know the MAC address, you can use ARP-A in the command prompt to see the devices and their addresses. Well, I have done that, but I haven't done that lately. So let's bring up a command prompt right there. ARP-A. And 66 is the printer. 102 is this camera. And then, yeah, the rest of these, that's the router right there. And then it's not on the list. It's not on the list. Because I think it's not really, I think it's connected to the Wi-Fi, but it's not connected to the router, even though it's plugged into the router as a, yeah. Let's hold off on that for a second. Know the MAC address, you can just see the devices and their addresses. Yeah, I got that, except this guy just doesn't appear on that list. So we're here, it's not here. And we also have got Bonjour browser that we can use that will give us a list of everything on our network and what it is and how it connects. And so I've got the printer there, I've got a PTZ optics camera, I've got my IP, my computer, PTZ optics camera again, and TeamViewer, which is not attached to anything, so that's okay. And then the printer again, so we're not worried. That's not helpful. The other thing we can bring up is we can bring up NDI. Well, we couldn't because it's not attached yet. I was trying to attach a printer. All right, so let's get this show on the road. Let's do a real show. Let's press the purple button and start the show. And you guys can help me with the show. You have to get the bridge tool to configure it. Yes, I agree. I did that, and then I think I screwed up the configuration. Sit tight. We'll be right back with the beginning of Streaming Idiots. Or maybe we won't. Did I unplug my X keys? It's right here. Oh, we better do some quick troubleshooting with the X. Oh, there it is. The light's on. Is it not working? Did I erase a shortcut? Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes when things go wrong, they just go wrong quickly. So let's see. These are the shortcuts here. And we want to find this button, which, aha, it's not seeing the X keys. So let's do a quick look here and see if we've lost the X keys altogether. So we'll go in the back door on shortcuts, and we'll come over here to MIDI settings, and we don't see the X keys on the list. We go to channel mapping, and it's not there. Okay. Let's unplug it and plug it back in. Sit tight. It's got power, so we know it's been plugged in. And I've got it unplug. Power goes out, plug it back in. I've got it on an extension cord, which maybe I shouldn't, because now it doesn't have any power, even after plugging it back in. I wonder if my hub has gone on the fritz. 1 second here, folks. Let's take the extension cord out of the loop. Bear with me. Just idiots being idiots. All right, let's try that. Is that going to give us power? Nope. We may have a bad hub. Maybe that's why the other thing wasn't working before. Well, we will have to see what's going on with that. Meanwhile, we will just execute that. And let's see. Can we execute this shortcut? We can reassign it to another button. That's what we can do. So let's go into shortcuts. Bear with me, folks. Bear. Okay. Let's see here. Hold tight. Just want to make sure we're still streaming. We're not all, okay, there we are. That's what I thought we should get. All right, so we got that. And I'm going to go there and there. And we can't find that button because it's not connected. So if I click a find and I press the button, nothing happens because it doesn't recognize the X keys. So let's go down here to what do we got? Input is the virtual, so it's 214. Boy, I wish you could assign a bunch of shortcuts to a button just with the push of a button. Well, let's just do this one. So we're going to edit it. And which the key control is going to be the 1 key on the keyboard. And let's try that. Let's try that. So, howdy, y'all. Well, darn. How are you? It's good to see you. Good to be seen with you. So we are accomplished. We're actually, it's pouring down rain here, number one. If you can hear the thunder in the background, it's for real thunder. It's not a sound effect. But I'm delighted to be here for as long as the power holds out. So we'll see. If all of a sudden I disappear, you'll know what happened. Now, I do have power backup on my PC and on my modem router. So in theory, yeah, and on the cameras and on the micro and on the audio interface. So in theory, everything should go except the lights will go out because I don't have the lights on battery backup. But we'll just we'll take that one step at a time, shall we? I think I've got that light too high. So today's goal was to we haven't given up on this goal. Today's goal is to take our BirdDog P240, excuse me, P120. This is a P120. So this is a 20X BirdDog camera, full NDI, Sony sensor, all that other good stuff. And they are coming out with a new version of this that's Wi-Fi. It's going to have little Wi-Fi antennas on the back, and it's almost it was supposed to be shipping in June. Of course, it didn't. You know, the supply chain with everything is still screwed up. So they anticipate they're shipping it the end of July, which, yeah, you know, maybe. So we're going to look for something that's got some Wi-Fi antennas on the back. But I am tired of waiting. BirdDog, tired of waiting. I'm going to make my own X120, and I'm going to use this P120 to do it. I'm also going to use, hold on a second, let me get it up here so you can see it. Oh, heck, yeah, I'll get it up here. It's not doing anything. Okay, this little guy right here is a, what is it called? It's a doohatchee. This device will allow me to plug into my local area network wirelessly. It's an access point, and it gets its power from USB, probably the same USB that my my X-Keys XK80 used to get, and it will also plug into RJ45. So I've been working with it earlier today. Thought this was going to be so easy, but I probably overthought it, and I don't know that I bricked it, but I probably cupcaked it. And the idea is that you plug this into your router to get this guy set up so that you can have access to him. And then you can plug this into your remote device, like our BirdDog X120, and make it a wireless device. So I have set this up. I set it up 1, 2, 3, 4 different times. And I think the first time was the time when I screwed it up. And it's been a continual source of screw up. So your job today, if you accept it, is to help me unscrew this little device. Now, currently it's doing power things. So we're going to disconnect it so that it'll reboot. We want it to reboot. And then we're going to plug it back into, currently it's set up as DHCP, and it is set up to attach as a wireless device to my Wi-Fi here in the studio. Yeah, if that's the case, it should plug into this laptop. But I did that a little while ago and it didn't work. Let's try it again, just for fun. And we would have to find a camera that could show you this laptop, because we can't have the laptop connected to the local area network if we're trying to connect it to the local area network. So let's turn the laptop on. Let's get a camera that we can point at it. Oh, we probably got a camera around here somewhere. And let's go ahead and plug this in. Yeah, it's Windows 11. I know. I feel the same way. Windows 11. All right, plug it into the laptop. And then we're going to plug it into power. And then we're going to get a camera over here. Have I backed up my system? No, I haven't backed up my system. So let's put a Logitech C920, good old Logitech, because it's here, and without audio. No audio, there we go. Insufficient resource. Oh, that means I've already got it somewhere else on the system. Well, yeah, you know, when things go bad, they go bad just all over. So let's see if we can find this Logitech. We've minimized it for some reason. Well, we minimized it because we weren't using it. But we've got a ton. We need to go through and get some of these guys out of here. So stay with me. Don't give up on me yet. I mean, I've given up on me, but don't you give up on me. All right, let's try again. Somehow we've missed this little camera. Wish there was a way. Oh, it's probably on my cameras tab. No, it's not on my cameras tab. I outsmarted myself, I'm sure. Or I was in a hurry. And well, we're not showing it. We'll have to use another trick here. 1 second. Fireworks text. Virtual. Ticker text. Color. Lower thirds. Text. Output. Post show. Well, it's here because it's lit, but it's not happy. Well, it's not those. It's not those. Not those. Not those. Not those. Holy cow. Look at all these inputs. Yeah. Come on, we got to find this. Hang on 1 second. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. It's got to be here somewhere. Yeah, I know this is exciting for you. I'm excited for you. I'm amazed. How could this camera be hiding and say it's not here when we know it is here? Well, heck. What else can we use? We'll use the phone. We'll use the phone. Bear with me. Keep bearing. Hang in there. vMix call. There we go. And we're going to come in at 007. Join the call. And why has my, it seems like when things just go from bad to worse, they go from bad to worse to bad to worst. No, that's not what we needed. Gee-many. I mean, just come back later. That's not what I meant. All right, for some reason the phone is not wanting to shift out of portrait mode. It's craziness. So we'll just have to do it in portrait mode. Do we have an option on that? No, we don't. Try again. Nope. Gee whiz. All right. We'll just do our best. All right, so this is the laptop. Down here in the corner. We're gonna find. Boy, can you make that picture bigger? No, we can't. Because that's as big as it gets. Down there in the corner, we see we're not connected to anything. So let's go into network and internet settings. And then we're going to see that we have no internet. Ethernet has no internet. So we're plugged into that. And we're just not getting squat. So let's see if we can go to that device at all. http://bonnets.cfg. Can't reach that page. All right. So we're screwed here on the laptop. All of that effort was for nada. Let's go back here and let's disconnect this guy from here, and let's plug him back into our router over here. It's going to take him just a second to kind of fire up there. In the meantime, we will go over to, let's see. Yeah, let's go back over here. And we'll see if we can pick up a current address on this guy. Last time we looked, it was 106. And so let's scroll down here, looking for actives, there it is. And it'll take just a sec to do this. So it's at 106. Let's see if we can log into 106. Ah, we're in. All right, so admin. Whoops. Can't do it like that, can we? Let's do it like that. And we'll save it. We'll go into the status and we will see operational mode is a bridge. Let's see. Is there anything else we need there? Not at the moment. IP address. Okay, we got that. So let's go to LAN settings. And that's where we're on DHCP. Okay. And that is set. And the server is disabled. That's the way it was before. Is there a factory reset on this? System settings. Advanced settings. That's what we need to do, is go back to the factory reset on this. Do we have an advanced settings? No. We have login settings. How about firmware update? No. We can reboot, but we don't want to do that. Timing functions, special functions, network and security, AC management, LAN setting. Oops, let's go back there. Specific network and security, AC management. That's not it. We'll go back to system settings. And it does take a second to catch up with us. So let's give it that second. In fact, we'll go to advanced settings. See, advanced settings doesn't say anything. Oh, there we go. Restore default settings. That's what we want right there. We're going to reset. Device is rebooting. Please wait 1 minute before you can log in again. Okay, well, I'll take that. I'll take a minute. I was working with, it was my friend George Bean that suggested this, not to me, but to somebody else. And I picked up on it and said, well, let's get it. And let's see if for $25 we can make our, our PTZ cameras wireless, because there was the indication that not only would it allow you to communicate with the camera and direct it, which is good, but it would also transport video, which is even better. Now, the fact that this particular camera, this BirdDog P120, it's got 2 USB ports on the back of it. It's got a USB what is that, B, and this one's A. I don't remember them, but anyway, you get the idea. This one does not do power. That one does not do power. It actually is an audio port. It will plug in and do audio. I haven't checked this one to see if that one will connect and produce power. That would be interesting if it did, because right now, in order to power the wireless connection, I have to plug it into USB for power. Of course, I have to plug this guy in for power too, because we're not plugging in PoE anywhere. So the idea is that we plug in into this Ethernet jack right there, that's also PoE, and then plug the device into USB somewhere else so that we can get power for the device. And then we're going to plug this guy into 12 volt. So that's what we're doing. And we're waiting on, yeah, you couldn't see any of that, could you? I was on the wrong camera. So we're still waiting for this. It's rebooting. Let's go ahead and refresh and see if we can get some other activity there. Ah, there we go. George has got a note there. The vMix device has its own Wi-Fi you can connect to for the initial configuration without it connecting to your Ethernet cable. Once it's configured to connect to your Wi-Fi, you can disable or leave it on. Well, heck, thank you, George. That means that we probably should disconnect it right now. Did we get back into it? Let's see. It's probably got a different address now. Let's go here, and then we'll refresh and see if it's rebooted itself with a different address. Don't trust that one. There we go. That's it right there. Active Ethernet. Let's see what we got there. If it's still 106. Nope, it's at 105 now. So it's dancing around on us. It was at 105 earlier, so I'm not surprised that it's at 105. Yeah, there it is. And there's our passwords. And we can see our status. And we want to get into the Wi-Fi here, which we should be into already. But let's go ahead and type that in anyway. So if you want my Wi-Fi, it's 6IBX 5WIZ 5QZS. Apply. So far, so good. All right. It is connected. To make the new parameters effective, after parameters are configured, please please click reboot. Well, we will reboot it, and then we're just going to move it. And we're going to move it right over here to the camera. We'll go straight to the good stuff. Straight to the good stuff. So we're making progress here to the bridge. We got the bridge tool and we configured it. John says the shortcuts stay with central control. Well, in my case, I lost my X keys, and I think it probably has something to do with all the plugging in and unplugging I was doing here with the vMix. All right. Let's go back to this guy. Still rebooting, but the lights are on. So let's unplug it and move it. Unplugging and moving. Okay. So we need to unplug it from power so that it will reboot. I made that mistake before. And while it's done that, let's take it and go ahead and plug it in, RJ45 in the back of the camera. And we'll wait on booting the camera until we boot the Monet. So let's plug that in. There we go. So can you see that? You can almost see that. Can I move this camera over here so you can see it? Come on over here, camera. There we go. Down a little bit. So we got this guy, and he's got power. The blue means that he is connected, that he has power, number one, and may mean that he's connected as a Wi-Fi device. And so let's turn on the camera, which is right out of frame. Of course, I guess we could move it, you know? So there's a radical concept. Let's move it over here a little bit. Obviously, I was not well prepared for this show. There's the camera. Can we go down a little bit more with our, no, because the monitor's in the way. Of course the monitor's in the way. Well, I'll hold this guy up. All right, so there we go. We're plugging him into power. Into power we go. There we are. So he's into power. This guy's into power. And he senses that a device is there to connect to. The BirdDog is going to have to reboot. There he goes. And right on the front here, he will show his IP address, which recently, in all these tries, has been 192.168.100.100, which is the default for this guy. But we want him to connect to this little guy. That's the goal. And we're getting flashy lights, which is always good. Not sure exactly what they mean. Blue is the connection to Wi-Fi. Green is the connection to the local device. In just a second, the little LED screen here on the front should come on and tell us what our address is. Looks like we're in standby mode because the green light isn't blinking. Maybe it doesn't like the fact that I'm tilting it all around. We may have to reset it. Oh, nope, there's an address coming up. And that's the default address. 192.168.100.10. Okay, not .100.10. So let's see if we see if this guy shows up as somewhere on our Wi-Fi. Let's check that. Let's check that. We can check that. Let's go back to this shot, and we'll come over here. We'll come back to home. And then what we want to see is if this Vonet's device shows up as a Wi-Fi device on the home list. And then we know we're making a little bit of progress. And I think, George, I probably didn't figure that out early on. Okay, so let's scroll on by. We've got a 2.4 and a 5.0 Wi-Fi. So there's Wi-Fi on the printer. There's Wi-Fi on my phone, Wi-Fi on my Ring camera. And this device, the Vonet's, does not show up as Wi-Fi. Now here it says it's active. We've got details on it. So we'll go to the details. At 106. So we'll go back to 106 and see what we can find. 192.168.1.10. What was that, 105 or 106? 106. My bad. Didn't trust myself. All right, so we'll go back to 106 and see if anything's showing up there. Probably won't at this point. But this is progress because I wasn't getting this a little while ago. 106. Oh, that says 105 took too long. That's not going to show anything because it's not there anymore. So 106 took too long to respond as well. So there we go. So we're at an impasse at this point because we have all the right goodies, except I've screwed this one up somehow, and it's not making the connection that it needs to make. We've tried connecting it to the laptop, and we've tried connecting it to the camera, and neither one of those connections appear to be making. We know that when the Vonnet was directly plugged into the router, that it saw itself as a Wi-Fi device, that the router saw that it was connected via Wi-Fi. So there we go. If we refresh this, it shouldn't do anything. It shouldn't go anywhere at all. Yeah, it's not there because it's the wrong number. It's that number right now. All right, let's see if anybody here has some any ideas. No ideas? That's okay. I am idealist too at the moment, other than just sitting down and walking through all those steps again, doing a factory reset, kind of setting up. The owner's manual, which is this large pre-printed book, has little teeny type in it. Can you see the little teeny type? Oh my gosh. If it looked like Chinese, that's because it was. I gave you the Chinese version. Sorry, let's try again with the English version. There's the English version. And if we get a little focus there, it is teeny. And unfortunately, it is written by a not a native English speaker. So it's not bad. I've seen worse. My favorite one was my wife had a Toyota Celica, cute little sports car, years ago when we were dating. And I was just routing around in it, pulled out the owner's manual and opened the page to the accelerator. I don't know why it needed a page for the accelerator, but it had one statement, and it said the accelerator is that which accelerates the car. Like, okay, that was my introduction to translations from a different language. All right, folks, so I'm not setting this out to be a failure, but I'm not saying, but it certainly isn't a success. I mean, that's the thing right now. It's not a failure because I know it's worked for other people, and I think it's going to work here, but it's not a success today. So that's what we got. That's what we got. Yep. All right. So I'm going to go off on my own and go off by myself and sulk for a little while, and then get back into this thing and figure out how to make it work. And I'll bring you an update on it next week. I will. And I'll bring you an update on what happened to my X keys and anything else that might be a question. So, but I do greatly appreciate George Bean for suggesting this, and for providing some tech support to me and some encouragement. And we will get it. We'll get it figured out, and we will keep you updated, and so that you too can have a homemade X120. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And actually, you can have a homemade anything if the camera connects to Ethernet. That's the key. That's going to be the cool part. All right, folks, got to run. Appreciate you. Sure do. We'll catch you next week. Thanks for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching. Now, how do we get out of here without the X keys? Here we go. Thanks for watching.